Well, hello everyone. Welcome to PlayFrame and welcome to Lost Kingdoms. I am joined in person, to my great delight, by the wonderful Dan Emmons. Dan, how are you doing this fine evening?
I'm doing great. It's I haven't been to your place before. This is the studio setup is incredible.
Oh, thank you.
There's a frog detective in the corner.
For luck, yeah.
Yeah, for luck to solve any potential mysteries.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna play some Lost Kingdoms.
I'm excited about it. I've never laid eyes on this ever.
Yeah, no, this is I went reaching in my bag of tricks. I found this GameCube game delight that has been. This one was laser targeted at me. Before we get into that, Dan, I do want you to draw your attention to the bottom of the screen. You might see that the copyright reserved is from a certain company.
It is.
Yes. The Fromsoft. So unfortunately, Carrie, we are going to have to run the side quest intro because this will become a side quest episode. Thank you very much, Carrie.
Welcome to Side Quest,
welcome
everyone.
to Side Quest, yeah. I've never been on a side quest. This is very exciting for me.
Yeah, we've never done a side quest one-off. This is novel. I like this.
Yeah, long-time watcher, first-time streamer. Let's player? I don't know.
I'm excited. Let's do it. Let's get into a new game.
Yeah, so this is Lost Kingdoms. This is another targeted straight at me card action battle kind of thing. It's wild. Also, it's made by Fromsoft.
Yeah.
Fromsoft, they had a lot of games before they did a Demon's Souls.
They really did. Like, if you want to go on a fun deep dive, go to the wiki page of games developed by From Software, and you're going to have to scroll down a while before you get to Demon's Souls. The vast majority of their back catalog, from like the PS1 era up to Demon's Souls, is just like 50 other games that were half of them Armored Core, and the other half just these weird experiments in different genres, just playing around with all kinds of stuff. Like it's very fun seeing the long journey they took to get to the place where they're now like household game industry name and known for a very specific thing.
Yeah, I could totally imagine this scroll being read off by a very enunciative narrator.
Extremely, yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever played any of the other like old stuff like Kingsfield or any of the other?
I have not. Kingsfield looks intimidating.
It really does.
Demon's Souls is intimidating, and that game looks like we want to make Demon's Souls, but we haven't figured it out yet.
Now loading.
Yes, hello.
Whee!
Wahoo!
I love
move
this.
Move the stick. Move the stick.
All right, next time.
Yeah, you'll have to do that next time.
I'm so excited.
Yep. Princess Dan. Yeah, I thought about asking you to change your name, but
I lacked context, but here we are.
Here you are, Princess Dan.
Yep. The black fog's at the gates of the castle. I'm not controlling the speed of this at all, so
yeah.
Dan, the black fog must be stopped. We will not be safe here forever.
Thanks, King Theobane.
I would not leave you here alone, but a king's first duty is to his people. You will understand someday. If the castle is attacked, find the runestone and flee. Guard it with your life, daughter.
There it is.
There's a lot of pressure in our first, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And here we are, though. I'm trying to think. I think FromSoft maybe made only 3 or 4 GameCube games ever. They popped up on most all of the consoles at some point or other. But Lost Kingdoms 1 and 2 only on GameCube exclusively.
Yeah, I mean, published by Activision. So
wild.
Good call, Activision, on that one, I guess.
Yeah.
The black fog is upon us. It laps against the very walls of the castle.
I'm very curious to see if in playing this, we can see the DNA of stuff that they go on to make. I
am going to be keeping an eye out for it.
I'm very curious.
At least what ended up in the Souls stuff. I think the retrospectives on the earlier game, like Kingsfield has a more direct comparison to the Souls games.
For sure, yeah.
But it's interesting because it's also FromSoft is a fairly large company. Not everybody there works on the Souls franchises.
Very true. Especially back then, they were coming out with 6 games a year.
Yeah, no, they have some output.
It's too dangerous outside.
Yeah, we can't go out there. We're not cool enough yet.
Gotta save the kingdom from in here.
No, we have to get our deck of cards first.
Oh,
yeah,
of course.
Of course.
It's dangerous to go alone.
Yeah, it's dangerous to go alone. Shuffle up and deal.
Deal me in.
Deal me in, coach. So yeah. One thing they did not take from this, dungeon design.
I see, yeah.
Yeah. Very linear. They're still getting their hands around them. Boink. Now there's skeletons.
There's skeletons now.
Yeah, don't you hate it when you find your magical deck of cards and skeletons come to attack you?
Ugh.
Every day.
Story of my life.
Guardian of the Sacred Covenant. The power of the cards flows in your... There you go.
There's no time to explain.
There's no time to explain. Take this bird.
Whoa. Heck yeah.
Nice one, Guardian of the Cards.
Get out of here, skeletons.
Yeah.
Well, here we are. To use a card, press A, B, X, or Y buttons. The cards available for use are shown on the lower right. The arrangement of the cards corresponds to the buttons on your controller. I see. Various controller settings are available from the options menu. Cool. So yeah, we got a bunch of different cards. I'm seeing cost amounts, I guess? Yeah, 3, 3, 1, and 1. Or is that power?
Nope, that's cost.
All right. Got it. Okay.
I believe you can move the camera as well.
That's good to know.
Yep.
Useful. All right, so I'm using the A card, and
There you go. 3 uses.
it's done. I see. Oh, and we're like picking up the currency for using more like off the floor?
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
This is a close range one. Cool.
Yeah, it's actually got an interesting mana system. So you've got 10 mana in your upper left. You use the mana on the cards, and as you hit with your cards, you do damage, it spawns more gems for
I
you.
see.
So if you miss, then you start running out of mana. But as long as you're hitting, then you're getting something back.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a neat system. And then oh, hello, sir.
Hi.
Oh, ma'am, my apologies.
Did you get the cards? Good, then let's pay off. You're not exactly the most fearsome warrior in the kingdom.
Bet.
Fair.
Check this out.
I don't suppose you have a burly brother stashed away somewhere.
Okay, well, it was 2002, but you know.
So be it. Even the ugliest oyster may contain a beautiful pearl. Wow.
Wow.
Harsh.
Dog, my dad just left into I don't know, he'd probably dead.
I fought 2 skeletons.
I fought 2 skeletons, yeah.
Please.
How many skeletons have you fought?
Although you look more like the pearl than the oyster.
Thank you.
Who am I, you ask? I'm the only person that can teach you how to use those cards you found in the treasury. You better come with me if you want to stay alive. Come now, my cute little guardian of the covenant. You just leave everything up to old Gerd.
Nice name.
Good name.
Good name. Damage suffered.
0.
5 stars.
5 stars.
Incredible.
I'm so good at this. Ooh.
Yes.
Level bonus. 3 left. Oh, okay. All right. This is fun.
Yeah.
What do we get?
Oh.
Do we get 3 of the same thing?
3 of the same thing. Hope you like birds.
Birdman.
It's Birdman.
I'm trying to parse some of these other symbols over here. The little green feather. So I'm guessing that's like element is like wind, monster or beast type or something.
In the upper left, you can see the water, earth, fire,
there it
and
is.
I guess air. Maybe it's nature. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah. 3 cost, 1 star. Oh, wait, info.
There you go.
Rareness of 1 star. Stone requirements 3. Type summoned, used 1. Lethal lunge, range B, offense 24. Wind attribute. This is pretty cool.
Yep.
The favorite weapon of this proud race of half-birds is the spear. A birdman will maneuver into position with his superior mobility, then wait for the right moment for a devastating spear thrust. I love how even at this early on, they're like getting their flavor text kind of in the...
Yep.
That's great.
Yeah, also the font looks very Dark Souls.
Very, actually, yeah.
I don't know. I'm not even a font person. It's like, it kind of looks like some Dark Souls text there. There you go. Birdman
And Birdman.
The Birdman brothers. Here to join.
Princess Dan of Valenja has defeated the monsters that threaten the castle.
All 2 of them.
Her victory provides little relief. Despite all attempts to stem the tide of mist, more areas fall victim to the black fog each day. Fog rolling into a kingdom is also a thing that they really are way into.
Yeah. They also really like not knowing where the fog came from.
That as well.
If you know where the fog comes from, much less exciting.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
No one knows where it comes from or why it has appeared. Unless the secret of the black fog can be unlocked, the entire world will fall into darkness. Entrusting the defense of the castle to her knights, the princess sets forth on a quest to save the world. Her only companion on the journey is the mysterious old crone, Gerd. Note, you can only carry 30 cards at a time on a mission. These 30 cards are known as your deck. And once you use a card, you can't use it again, so you must select the card on your deck carefully. You can edit your deck of cards by pressing start from the world map. This screen.
This one right here.
It's this. Only the cards in your deck can be used on a mission. Customize your deck for each new mission to improve your chance of success. Sweet. All right.
All right.
Well, we're on this screen right now, so let's dip in a little bit.
Yeah, let's check it out.
HP of 100, defense 10, poise of 10%, pair. Okay. Paralysis, curse, charm, and stone?
Stone, poison, yeah.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Inventory. Oh, our collection.
Look at all our cards.
Look at all that. Okay.
7 of 105. 105 cards.
Pretty good. Let's see. Water, Song of Heal. Okay, so this one's healing. I see. This is useful. The Man Trap. Chomp, ranged offense. Okay. Definitely be useful knowing what the cards do. Claw Swipe. Okay. Dark Raven does wrong button. Dark Raven does dive bomb. Hold it. My Birdmans do their lethal lunge and Dragon Knight crushing blow. Okay, well, we've got a nice little set here. I'm going to stick with what they've given me to start anyway.
Yep.
That seems safest. Okay, Plains of Roal. Complete combat training. Guided by the mysterious old crone Gerd, the princess has come to the Plains of Roal. Her long journey has only just begun. How did you stumble upon this? Because, like, this is a disc that you own and just in your collection of cool, weird games I've never played.
Yeah, no, I don't know if this was a Nintendo Power find or what. I've always been into CCGs. Like, I started at Magic, kind of like was at the right age for Pokemon TCG for a while, went back to Magic, but I've played them my whole life, basically. So, like, any game that kind of had TCGs in it drew them to me in a way that's like, hey, you already play these card games. What if you could be more active in them?
Yeah.
So, but I mean, even then, like, I don't know if this was like a rental situation or I saw it in a magazine when those existed.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was kind of a weird, I literally don't even remember. You didn't really need to teleport, ma'am.
Yeah, I love this great solution to, like, we could figure out pathing or.
Yeah. Sir, the playtesters have found that they really don't like waiting for the old woman to walk, so I know how to fix this.
Cracks knuckles.
Yeah.
Here we go. Effective.
Very good.
Are you farting at me?
He is, in fact, right, yeah. Not the most fearsome of monsters.
Haha! Hobgoblin defeated.
We did it.
I've just gotten a Hobgoblin card, but having seen them in action, I'm not sure they'll be making it into my deck.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes.
Not bad for a beginner, thank you. Come, Your Highness, we must continue.
Yeah, it does this weird, like, we're gonna cut out a piece of the world as the battlefield type thing.
That's kind of neat, yeah.
Yeah. I forget if there's, like, a component to it, kind of like, where you can run away from battles.
Ooh, I'll try that out. I'm curious now.
Yeah. I know some games with this system, like, it's a bad. I'm thinking of Quest 64, you know, that they had this thing. No,
Seems like I'm pretty stuck.
All right, well,
that's fine.
Yeah, play one way, I guess.
Haha. Ow. Let's try doing that. Go. I like brought in like a little summon.
Yes, that one is a summon.
Cool.
Yeah, so now that one is fighting free.
Oh, that's what that little like yellow like fountain symbol sort of thing. Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
The different types of cards. So there's the weapon where they just have like an instantaneous effect and then they're done. There's the summon, which causes them to actually enter the field and then fight for you until they die. And then there's the summon, which we haven't done one of yet, but the kind that your Birdman was.
In battle, icons appear near each enemy monster in the shape of fire, water, wood, or earth. These icons indicate the monster's attributes. For each attribute, there is an opposing attribute. Water is strong against fire, fire beats wood, wood beats earth, earth beats water. So if you wanted to beat a fire monster, you'd use a card with a water attribute. The eye-shaped icons used for creatures classified as attribute and neutral. Neutral creatures are not affected by attributes at all. Okay.
Right, elements.
Yeah, and I see that my resources, health, all that sort of stuff are staying pretty locked in from fight to fight. It's good to know. During battle, cards are displayed with both an attribute and type icon. The type icon will be in the shape of a sword, dragon, or spell and denotes the card's type. Card with the sword icon will call up a weapon type monster. When you call up a weapon type monster, it'll materialize right on top of you and attack whatever is in front of you. Weapon type monsters disappear immediately, but unlike other monster types, they can be called up more than once. Lizard Man's an example. Cards with the dragon mark call up summon type monsters. Summons take your place in combat, then use all their power in one attack. Oh, a Birdman's an example of a summon type. Cards with a spell mark on them call up independent type monsters. An independent monster will continue to fight until its power is depleted. The Man Trap's an example of this.
You know,
that's really cool.
A spell icon.
Yeah.
It just looks like a spell.
Like spells look.
Well, yeah, like spells do.
Let's see, attributes. You can't just go around using cards willy-nilly and expect to survive. You must think about attributes. I'm only going to explain this once, so listen closely. There are 5 monster attributes.
We did read the rock, thank you.
Fire, yeah. You just read this off the rock like I did.
Yeah.
Fire, water, wood, earth, and neutral. Fire beats wood. Wood beats earth. Earth beats water. Water beats fire. Neutral type. I keep wanting to say natural type, and that's not it. Neutral type creatures are very rare. They aren't affected by attributes at all. Ignore monster attributes at your peril. Don't come crying to me when you run out of cards. Furthermore, during a battle, a type icon is displayed on each card. Weapon type creatures will display the sword icon, summons, etc. Independent. Right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Getting it.
Thank you, Gerd.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
That was powerful.
Spawn camping. Okay. Help. Haha.
Nice.
Get birded. I don't know. It's a rough spot to be. Get out of here. Took a little more hits that time. That's fine.
Yep. We're learning. We're getting there.
We are learning. And I've been explicitly ordered not to come crying to Gerd.
Yeah.
So hide the tears.
Yes. Yeah, we're this is our training arc. Where at the very end we're going to impress Gerd and she'll shed a single tear as we go on our way.
Ooh, hang on. That's such a nice, pleasant chime.
Ching. Yeah. Pleasant sounds, not carried over into Dark Souls.
Yeah. I was just
not
saying,
a big.
What if bonfires did make that sound though, and you sat at them?
Yeah,
that'd be nice.
Can we add that into the next episode of Dark Souls that you play?
just add it in post. Yeah, I feel better now.
Yeah.
If you don't have the right cards in your hand, you can throw cards away. Press A, B, X, or Y plus the R button to dump a card. Use that ability with care. A card thrown away in battle can't be used again in the same battle. I see. Let's test this because I don't need 2 of these, so that's not the button. So, well, welcome to the fight, I guess.
Welcome.
Anyway. Haha! There's something about the aesthetics, I think, of the crystals that's... Something about this is feeling very Dreamcast in a way.
Yeah.
Like, I could have seen this being on the Dreamcast.
Yeah, I mean, like, this kind of GameCube-ish era, these are the same era, more or less.
Yeah,
right?
pretty much, yeah. Well, didn't think you had it in you. There's more to you than meets the eye, princess.
Yeah, oyster pearl, etc., etc. Oh yeah, I gotta look for those treasure chests.
Gimme. Yeah?
Perhaps some cards?
Ooh, yes, please. Do you remember how challenging this one gets from your youth?
It's not Dark Souls hard. It's not... I wouldn't say it's like... I'd say it's like fairly... It was like a good time.
Nice.
Good challenge. Definitely didn't first try all the levels. There's some bonus stuff in there that I remember being kind of hard.
Oh.
There's this guy. Hello.
It's kind of adorable.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, like part of this, one other thing that I like
Whoa.
in general is that this is also like it's like a resource. You're not just trying to like beat the enemies. You are like trying to conserve your resources because they are persistent. So
yeah,
your cards that you use are gone, so you could get to the boss without enough cards to maybe do the fight appropriately, or you're gonna have to like make do with what you have left.
Yeah, like that tactic stuff that you have to kind of be minding. Oh, some healing, right? That's what you do.
Yep.
Welcome. Yay.
The other thing that's cool about like the mana system's cool. It just has a lot of like knock-on effects. So like healing is naturally non-restorative for your mana, right? Like it's mana net negative, whereas like attacks are net positive.
I see.
Because they don't do damage, so you don't get mana from them.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of like clever design stuff in here that honestly I'll probably appreciate more now that I've played post being a game designer.
Yeah, no, that makes a ton of sense. Ooh, Mandragora. Another hobgoblin. I'm loving the art on the Mandragoras, actually.
Yeah. Hey! Here I am. It's very Nier Automata robot.
Actually, yeah. Ooh, an apothecary.
Can you guess where I made my sign from?
I feel like, all right, let's mix it up a little bit. We've been using the same several here. Gotta get Mandragora in here.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do, but get in here.
Yep, get in there. You're on the squad. So yeah, it's max 30 cards, so you can just like, until you have 30 cards, I don't think there's much of a downside of just jamming.
Yeah, why not? Works for me. All right, resume. This peculiar establishment is run by Gerd. Here the princess can buy and sell cards while acquiring valuable information. Oh, it's not even like a fight.
Thanks, Gerd. Oh yeah, move the stick.
Oh yeah. That should come back. A silly load screen, just like move the thing around.
Let me play with this toy that I got.
Yeah, move the king's head around as he just has like letters and words spout out around and like Katamari, like just fiddle with stuff. Well, you've made it this far, and that means you've learned at least the basics of card handling. I'm called. I know.
We know.
We came here together.
You dragged us here.
You opened the door for me. And this is my shop, and you've seen the black fog and the monsters that dwell within. All of Arguil will fall unless the fog is stopped, and only a runestone bearer can hope to defeat it. Which means, my dear, that it is up to you. I wish it was your father I was telling this to. But come, I'll wager there's more to you than just pretty dresses and fancy jewelry.
She missed that whole killing the goblins thing.
King Feobane is on his way to meet with King Zelnan. I believe the goal is to work out a shared strategy. Your father does not have a runestone, and that means he cannot defeat the enemy he faces now. If you are going to catch up to your father, you must start your search in Blasoon. I'll be here tending to my shop. Stop by any time. I've got all the cards you could want.
So can I like have them, or no, we're going to have them? Okay, cool.
Just pulls out just a big like 3-ring binder notebook.
Yep.
It's like, all right.
I mean, she's hanging them up by clothespins, which is a weird choice.
That is true.
That's definitely going to affect the resale value.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to be that's going to be a grade 3 at best.
Got any foils in here? Or?
Yeah.
You do have a flying ray, and I do kind of love. I don't even know what it does, but I want it.
Yeah, let's get it.
Gimme. Thank you. Well, that's most of my gold.
Yeah.
Transform card.
So yeah, there's. I feel like this is, I don't know. There's a lot of GameCube games had like, hey, what if we did alchemy systems on top of everything? So a lot of the cards and things are discoverable by messing around and
is it effectively like a Persona combination kind of thing? Like
it's like an experience gain type of thing. So like as you use the cards, they level up, and you can spend that XP to like copy them to get more of them or to transform them into different stuff.
Ooh. This once thriving town's now a ghost town destroyed by monsters. The princess searches for a clue that will lead to her father. Blasoon is a fun town name.
I agree. More towns should be named silly things.
Yeah. It no longer looks like a Blasoon, but I'm sure in its day.
Yeah. It has the heart of a Blasoon.
No.
How will we get the chest?
How? I don't really press a lot of my other buttons to see what they do. And the answer is nothing.
Yeah. Well, the secret, you see, is to get into a fight near it so that you can use your cards.
You have rotated the capstan.
I've never heard the word capstan.
In my life, never.
Yeah. So let's see if we can get over to the treasure chest.
Yes.
Nope.
No.
Too bad. Not allowed.
Monsters, can we like time out and move this 10 feet this way?
Yeah, it would be sick, actually.
Aha!
Got him.
trying to think of other sort of like action, like TCG type things that like.
Not a lot of them. Chain of Memories.
Yeah, Chain of Memories is one. I feel like there are others that like maybe they don't.
There's a lot more that like have like Battle Network, Mega Man Battle Network.
Oh yeah.
Where it's more constrained to the grid. And there's a lot more like rules and turns in a way where it kind of makes more sense as an RPG, as a card game, whereas like this is a lot more like, well, what does the randomness actually get you in the game?
Yeah.
I think it's less clear than what it gets Battle Network, but I also don't think it's get back here.
I'm here. I don't know what you are, but I need you. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh.
Nice.
There's a chest. Come back. Come back.
Oh, there's a chest back here. Ooh.
Yeah, back here.
I don't even have to like fight for it.
No.
I don't think. Yay!
Yeah, just get it. See, I could be the comment section. So now you miss something and be like, hey, go back. I can say it in a condescending way if that's more at home for you.
No, it's true. You could do it there as well.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So Dan would be having a much easier time if you remember to get the chest. I mean, he saw it on screen. He must have just missed it.
You got like a nice advantage here. Like everyone else doing that is just kind of like yelling at the TV in frustration. Like it's not like it's going to do any good, especially in a one-off where like, all right, well, not only can I not hear you, but I've long since stopped recording this.
Yeah.
But you can actually tell me in real time.
Yeah, I can make a difference.
Yeah, your vote counts.
Yeah.
Ooh, another capstan.
Yeah. Hello, sir. How's everything going?
We set out with the King Fairbairn to investigate the Black Fog. The king ordered us to stay here and defend the town from the monsters.
Yeah, bad job.
How's it going?
Yeah.
King Fairbairn didn't want to stop. He was headed to the burial grounds of Rosami. There are 4 capstans in this town, each with a different color. The capstans control the gate. If all 4 switches are activated, the gate blocking the road to Rosami should open. Y'all don't look busy.
Yeah, what are you... Do you have, like, hobbies or any? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, are we doing anything?
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a valve here. Oh, we have choices.
Oh, man.
Lefty Lucy. Again.
3 times.
3 times. Well, now, sunk cost.
Yeah.
Not turning this all the way back to the right. Nuh-uh.
I do really hope it just falls off.
I'm kind of hoping. I'm gonna give this 2 more tries.
Yeah.
If I turn it to the right once and something happens, that's gonna be very funny.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, well.
We've done all we can.
This is probably like spinning something in the world.
Yeah. There's just one guard on a dais somewhere that's just like very nauseous now.
Oh, water fountain control valve for authorized personnel only. Oops.
Well, we're the princess, right?
Yeah. That couldn't stop me because I couldn't read.
Yeah, exactly. What was I supposed to do, Your Honor? Read? I'm royalty. I don't know how to.
Usually I have people to do my reading for me.
Yeah.
It feels like the challenge with the like action card game type thing like this is just figuring out like, all right, how do we do this in real time, and like how's the player going to manage to juggle like real time combat, dodging, evasion, maneuvering, positioning, and like deck
reading your cards.
Yeah, like fiddling with deck and stuff. I feel like Chain of Memories struggle with that a lot.
Oh yeah.
And I guess I can see why other games go for the more turn-based structure.
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit slower than Chain of Memories, right? It's like,
yeah, which benefits it.
Chain of Memory, yeah, you're trying to like chain combos of cards, so you have to know, it's like, okay, well, I have to be aware of what the numbers are and what is the different, do I care about the elements and what's going here. This one is a lot more like spells have cast times, and like your summon cards happen automatically with a cutscene, so you're like trying to set up and get in the right place to hit your button, and there's only 4 cards, and
yeah.
They do a lot here. Like look how much of the screen is taken up by UI of like, hey, here's your cards. It's bird, lizard, fairy, creature.
Yeah.
And so it's very like they're definitely paying a cost to doing it, but like keeping it to 4 cards makes it manageable, and
It does feel digestible, like as information. I don't feel overwhelmed by it in the way where Chain of Memories could easily get overwhelming, especially early on before you've customized a deck. Like, you customize a deck so you can think about it less.
Yeah. And like Chain of Memories has the property of something that, like, you know, a lot of them are just sword attacks and different versions of sword attacks. Let's say left once, right 3 times.
Yeah, I've learned the right thing to do with the valve.
Hell yeah. Let's get janitorial. But first.
Nice of him to leave notes.
Yeah. It was the only note also, by the way. Like every other scrap of paper here has been burned, but on one table.
Thank the one laminated note made it.
Yeah. Everyone said they were crazy when he put the note in plastic. But now who's laughing?
It mocked me. It's like, what are we, a kindergarten? It's like, listen, someday you'll thank me.
Yeah. Monsters hate plastic.
Yeah. And they're all dead now, so no one's thanking anybody, but I appreciate it.
But yeah. It's about the principle of the thing.
I bet most people, when you laminate pieces of paper, aren't thinking about, like, the people who survive me and my civilization.
Yeah. They're going to really want to know how to operate that valve.
This is going to be so important for them.
Yep.
Society will be rebuilt upon this recipe for lasagna.
Yep. It's an important part of our culture. Is this cat and his love for lasagna.
I do sometimes wonder if if our whole civilization burns to the ground and people are fine, like, there's a lot of Garfield merchandise around.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like,
and most of it will survive a nuclear apocalypse.
I am worried people are going to get the wrong idea, or maybe they'll understand us better than we understand ourselves.
I mean, I hope so. Because I don't understand anything.
You hear the faint sound of running water.
Well, would you look at that?
Heck yeah.
We've solved your fountain puzzle.
Where's the fountain? Probably the center.
Yeah, you got a mini map in the upper right.
I do. I should try to get in a fight. Are they random encounters?
Yes.
Cool. I should get in a fight near the chest. Not that I need, it's a one-off, but I want it now.
Yeah.
All right, I also want to see this little Mandragora in action. Look at these back handsprings on this guy.
Yeah, that's it.
Mandragora, get him.
Oh yeah, he's a trap.
He's very evasive. Bam.
You can lead him over to your Mandragora.
Trip over the little Mandragora. Yes! Ha 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 ha.
Got him.
That's cool. That's cool, like, unique little functionality.
Yeah, it's like, and it's kind of like Magic in that, like, you're setting up creatures to add texture to the battlefield of like, hey, there's extra things on the field now that you care about, and some of them are on your side and some of them are on the enemy side.
Yeah.
There is an object in the fountain.
Oh, okay. Please do not walk in the fountain.
The water management board. Sir, the water management board is not allowing us the ability to fill our fountain.
I wouldn't have the sign if it wasn't a problem.
That's right. You know, the last person across the water management board wasn't heard from again.
There's another thing that carries forward to environmental storytelling.
Yeah. I think there's a chest. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Nice hat, sir.
Oh, yeah?
Oh my, I didn't know there was anyone left in town. Are you from Alanje? I'm Alexander, a scholar of these parts, you don't say. I study the fairies, the little people.
Yeah, we know, thanks. Yeah, we figured that one out.
Like,
thank
wicked,
you.
yeah, man. The red fairies are quite rare, but they seem quite fond of humans. Most interesting. Once they take a liking to you, they'll follow you everywhere. Fascinating, don't you think?
No, what?
I have bigger problems right now, Alex. Oh dear, it seems you've already made a friend. Remarkable. If you end up with a lot of fairies trailing you, you might want to come visit me. I'll take the little fellows off your hands for you.
Oh, okay, bye.
Anyway.
I think there's a treasure chest back. Dang, you're getting rusty. This is Dark Souls 101. You got to check every nook and cranny.
It's true. I even have camera control. I don't know why.
See,
look at this. Oh, I know who you are. You're Princess of Alanje, aren't you? Oh, Princess, you're on a quest, aren't you? I want to come too. Let me come. Okay, sure.
We are going to give you to this weird man immediately for rewards.
He's like right over there.
Yeah.
So don't get comfy in my pocket.
Yep.
If one of the little friends sticks to you, you should bring them home. I'll take good care of him, I promise you, and I would be more than happy to compensate you.
You sound like a poacher.
Yeah, like if you just said I'll take good care of them, I'd have let that go. But like I'll take good care of them and compensate you makes me not trust the first thing.
The word compensate really does kind of give away your intentions.
Yeah,
here.
the fact that you felt like you had to sweeten the pot.
Yeah, it's like I see you have something of value that I want.
But you also don't seem to want the. Okay, well, later.
No, much like a real poacher, we have to go to his house later.
Just like in real life, yeah.
Yeah, just like all those other poachers that you run into every day. Sea monk.
Sea monk. This is really cool. I love the wild variety of stuff from like pre-Demon Souls FromSoft. Well, don't get me wrong. Modern FromSoft rules and is one of my favorite things. And I don't want that to change, but it like the novelty of all the like weird things that they made before in the before times is really amusing and just interesting. Not even that long ago, they made a 3DS little Monster Hunter spinoff, like where you play like little palicos and stuff. This thing's playing for keeps here.
Yeah, this one is not messing around.
I didn't do as much as I did.
Yeah, it's not a lot of damage on that one.
Well, it's a fire type, so let's see. I've not seen a lot of, well, we got some water that heals, but this. Bonk.
Bonk.
That does a little better.
Nice bonking.
Yeah.
Good bonks.
Thank you. Ow. Haven't found my dodge roll yet.
Yeah, that one did not come until Dark Souls, actually.
Get wolfed.
Have you considered wolf?
Schmack.
Oh. Guess we're just gonna go with that, all right?
Yep. Hooray.
There we go, and we've done it.
We did it.
We did it.
That's really neat. Like, I can see why, like, especially as a little, like, it's like a card game enthusiast, like that this really was targeted right at you.
Yep. The plague rat.
Oh, look at him.
Look at him. He's a little mischievous guy.
How could something so cute spread plague? Come on.
Yeah, I know. Come on.
How's a good rat go so wrong?
Get real. Get real, FromSoft.
Fairy house?
Yeah, let's go see Weirdo Man.
Heck yeah. This is the home of the young scholar, Alexander. Alexander will pay the princess for any red fairies she brings him.
Alexander is totally not a poacher.
Absolutely not. Hi.
Oh, yeah?
What's with the big rabbit stuffy things?
Yeah.
Well, hello again. After we met in Blessoon, I wasn't sure you'd come. I'm glad you did. I don't suppose you have any red fairies for me? First, the more I study the fairies, the more I appreciate them. They're truly fantastic beings. And it's all thanks to you. If you weren't out collecting fairies, I wouldn't be able to do this research.
I wouldn't be able to grind them into dust and put it in my potions.
Research. As a token of my thanks for bringing me the fairies, allow me to give you this card. When you have brought me 10 fairies, I'll have another gift for you. Good luck. Fire gargoyle.
Look at that. Look at that.
That's intense.
Yeah, that's a boy.
That's a card. All right, then. Thank you. I depart dramatically.
Yes. Goodbye.
To the burial grounds.
Yes, indeed.
The ancestral burial grounds of the Alanje royal family. Rosami lies on the road to Grail. The princess must deal with the undead.
You must deal with it.
Deal with it.
Deal with it, princess. We're dead.
Rosami burial grounds this away.
I see.
How large of a game is this? Do you remember?
Not the longest, but not like. It wasn't short. I'd guess maybe like 15 hours.
Okay.
But again, this was multiple decades ago that I played this.
This also has a multiplayer like version, right?
Oh yeah, you can PvP in this. Like I actually think a lot of the reason why the cards move at the speed they do is because of the PvP aspect. Is that like that knight card you just used has a long windup because it does a bunch of damage, so that an opponent can dodge, which is also awesome and really made me want to play this game, even though I absolutely did not play it with any other people ever.
Seems like a hard one to find someone else who's like a worthy opponent.
Yeah, or like, just knows about it ever.
Yeah, has ever heard of it and has any interest in putting this in instead of like Mario Kart or something.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it is it is interesting like how they ended up here with a lot of these. Like it's a very well designed system. Even just looking back at it now, there's a lot of very clever things they're doing with the cards and the timings to make it to make combat interesting and move at the pace it needs to for understandability.
I would I would love to hear some of the old heads at FromSoft who worked on this just talk about it like someday. I
would love for there to just like be a like an absolutely bonkers like oh no, it's Elden Kingdoms and now we're back to like what was like when they announced the Armored Core 6, right? It was just like, yeah, y'all thought we were gonna make Elden Ring again. It's like, nah, we're making this blast from the past.
It's like, this one's for us.
Yeah, like, I want this to come back. When does Dan get his? They said they were gonna remake Phantom Dust in one E3. I was so excited.
Oh.
And then they didn't.
And then they didn't. Oh, I feel like the sense I get from what little I've heard is that I feel like they're going to work on, I feel like they got to work on some smaller things now. You cannot keep escalating like the way Elden Ring does and then just keep going, all right, next bigger and better. Like you got to start making some small things again before you wind up for another big thing. I'd love for them to do some just make something weird again.
Another Armored Core would be great. And one of these, something I've never seen before. Like
just Kingsfield 5, bring it out.
Yeah, why not? I think it's great that like companies will pace themselves and not just go back to we're going to make Elden Ring 2 with 3 times as much content. It's like, you already made Elden Ring. Elden Ring's great.
Yeah, definitely. Like you don't need to, don't Guitar Hero this.
Yeah. It's FromSoft has a good head on their shoulders. They've shown a lot of made a lot of very prudent decisions.
Yeah. Which I guess makes some sense. All right, so it makes some sense. They've been around for so long. They've got a long history before this time of massive success they've had, and it's to their credit. I feel like this kind of massive success would probably doom a lot of companies. It would be huge and great for them in the short term, but it would change them enough in the long term that they would have to grow massively, or just they would fundamentally have to start changing how they do things. And it seems like From has been careful and measured with that in a way.
Yeah, I think it's much more of an Eastern philosophy, like a Japanese company style thing of slow and steady growth over immediate and explosive growth.
Seems to be working out for them. It seems to be working out.
Yeah, I mean Capcom's in a similar spot.
Oh yeah. Wow, and they are on top of the world like never before now.
Yeah, it's definitely a very powerful way to do things, and obviously the FromSoft hasn't missed recently.
Yeah.
It's clearly been working for them, and just any game company that's been around as long as they have is doing something right.
For sure. Ah.
Yep.
It's a huge and such a fast spider web.
It's a heck of a texture, that's for sure.
Just the aesthetic of this is just so charming.
But yeah, anyway, FromSoft, if you're going to make the sequel to Lost Kingdoms 2, just you have my number. I'll put my contact information in the number below. I'll send me a copy. And we'll do some play testing or whatever.
Yeah, I'd love for them to just their core fan base now would like grouse for years, but I would love for them to just like make some small weird thing now.
Just do it. Yeah, like how did Armored Core 6 do?
I don't know. Like I'm sure it performed far less than all their other stuff has performed far less than Elden Ring. I'm sure it.
Yeah, compared to a Souls game, maybe.
I'm sure it did way better than any other Armored Core ever has.
Oh yeah,
and
for sure.
a lot less than what the Souls Elden Ring stuff has been doing these days. But
did you play it?
I did, yeah.
Okay,
it's good. Like
yeah.
Like granted, I was not an Armored Core player before, so like I can't compare it. But like it's a very different thing, and I'm glad that they didn't just try to turn Armored Core into
a Souls game.
Souls game. Like it's.
Yeah, they just have a lot of very like solid foundation. Like they know what game they're making in every case, right? Like Sekiro has some of the same mechanics, but it is a very different game from the Souls games.
Yeah.
Bloodborne is a little bit more like they knew that they were doing something different, and they did made some very smart choices. Sekiro is very much like orthogonal to that. Yeah,
it's like pulling in some of the Tenchu stuff they used to do.
Yeah, but also like just very well done too. Like done in very intentionally to make a very specific experience.
I love that. Yeah, and I love that it's intentional, and that there would constantly be the pressure to like, this is what the core audience who was drawn to you by these other games is going to want and expect. But if it's not something that fits or works with the experience that they have in mind, they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
And like that takes a lot more restraint than you'd think.
Yeah.
Especially in like a big studio, like AAA develop like budget.
Yeah, I mean, there's always that, like, you know, you're always in a group making games with a group of people. You're always, like, asking the questions about, like, what do we, you know, how do we make the best game we can? And there's always tons of different ideas, and it's very easy to kind of, like, fall back on the thing that you know that worked the last time, and it's scary to go outside that, right? It's like, what if we do the different thing and then we mess it up and then we don't go back to the other thing, or if we just run out of money? It's have you figured out the puzzle?
Seems like I'm gonna have to do these in a specific order, I think.
Yes, your 2002 brain is working great.
I'm on the right wavelength. Get out of here. Nope.
Leave.
Be more dead than this.
More dead than this.
I was going to say be dead, and it's a skeleton.
Yeah,
so I almost sounded stupid.
Yeah, almost.
It was close.
But we saved it at the end.
All right, that one first, then that one. I'm sure something actually provides a hint for this somewhere. But
you walked past like 3 dying men and a bunch of gravestones you could have read, but
got places to be.
We figured it out, yeah.
Ooh, this looks important.
Yeah, this is probably not a boss battle.
Yeah. Whoa.
Check out my skull collection.
This looks great. Yee. Werewolf.
Get him. If you hit the A button, does he like slash more?
Oh, he does, yeah.
Yeah, I think some of them can be controlled like that.
Cool. Good to know. Hey.
Oh, you got tricked.
I did. Hold still. Get birded. Ow. Plant, help me.
We are gonna need some plants here.
Ow. Ah, dang it. Just in range. There we go. Got fewer cards than I'd like to have.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like a number of cards to have.
It's looking a little bleak. Not been adding enough to my deck as we went. Mistakes have been made.
Perhaps.
My list of options has shrunk somewhat.
Just a little.
A little bit. So, Punch.
Yeah, I don't know that you have a non-magical card option.
I don't think I do. So, like, hey, truce. Aww.
Man, I have to put up the death counter for that one. You have failed. This is very Dark Souls.
That is very, yes.
Yeah.
I could see that popping up in whoosh text very easily.
You failed, yeah.
Oh, that's just as well. We should probably be wrapping this up here.
Yep.
Thank you for bringing this over. I've been delighted getting to experience old FromSoft.
I am going to play this to completion when I get home.
I believe it. Like, I can see why. It's like, it's really neat. Like, it's like rough around the edges as an idea, but like the core of it is very strong. Yeah. Like, I could definitely see a even more polished, like a modern incarnation of this kind of idea. I don't know if they'd ever do it, but I could see it.
Lost Kingdoms 3 FromSoft, please. Miyazaki, I know you're watching.
Come on.
I know you're a big fan of PlayFrame. I know you learned English specifically to watch these videos, and
we promised we'd never abuse this connection to call in a favor, but
yeah, but I didn't sign that. Other Dan did. So,
loophole. Thank you so much for joining me and bringing this, Dan. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time for something else. Bye.
Bye.